are a slog and been a slog all year. So let's talk about fixing them, not just how we get the cards in there. The rewards get a lot in the way, and the time it takes to finish these gosh darn things. I talked about it previously, but now I really want to take the time and go through it and see if we can actually fix this stupid problem that SDS created on their own. All right, so here we are in this is the programs entirely. This is all of them. As you can see, the ones so far. I'm way behind because these nitwits just throw out programs, and I think there's more. I think there's a pennant chase one coming out on Friday. So by golly, this is a lot. So I want to talk about, we're going to start with the good. Here's the good. This right here, I'm going to finish it. I just botched something by accident, so I'm behind on this and I shouldn't be. By all intents and purposes, this one is done. Julio is done. This program, and I've said this every time there's been a monthly awards program. This monthly awards program is the best program every time. Why? Let's be simple and real. The lowest cards in here are 95s, but they're good 95s for the most part. Like 4 pitches on a lefty for free. 2 lefties, mind you, back-to-back lefties. Cards that are going to be good. The boosts on the captains are adequate enough to make things work, for the most part. You're not going to use the captains necessarily. Well, I mean, you kind of have to, but for the most part, they will play. It might not, they're not going to be outstanding, but the team you're going to get is ultimately fair enough, right? It's good enough. The grind's not that bad. You go from a couple 95s, a couple 96s, some 97s here. The most of the cards are like these higher to mid, higher end 90s, a lot of 97s, a lot of 98s. And a free 99, that 1020% is going to play. By far, again, I'll say it, these are the best programs because they have the best cards, the best leader skills, and they're totally free. They're not behind any stupid paywalls, no pats, no nothing. It's free. So they show that they can do this. Now let's jump over to the other program that dropped that day. The Great Chase 98. I'm still not done with this, mainly because my brain overloaded. There have been games. Starfield came out. I've been trying to play Eliza P. I've been playing some more Radical Red. I mean, I gotta play Sea of Stars. I've been playing on my Switch Paper Mario, the OG from the N64. I'm playing plenty of stuff, so the MLB The Show has just not been there for me. But looking at this program, there's a lot. There's all these stupid moments and stuff. Stat missions, again, I haven't done because I'm so far behind on everything else. But hopefully, again, it's just a slog. It's just showdown. It's conquest. Why can't it be like the Player of the Month stuff, where it's just a lot of missions? Again, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Get rid of this useless garbage. And what do I consider useless garbage? Get rid of these icons. No one cares. These icons, honestly, the sound stuff, whatever, we can throw that in there. Bat skin, I don't even know what this is. Vintage wood. Are you excited, internet, for a vintage wood? Put the cards up front. Heck, they could have 2 captain cards right here that were 95s from 98. And then, hey, here's a captain. Here's a pitching and hitting captain. Boom, 2 more cards. And all this. Packs, I could care less about at this juncture. It's better than show packs. You get this one. I think from this pack, I got the John Franco. But I mean, realistically, you can probably buy these cards outright, to be fair. So, I mean, you get the chance. Another Ballin, they can get rid of these packs, throw them out, throw them in the gutter. Show packs, useless at this point, honestly. Put more cards in here. I don't understand this. Put new cards in here. And by the way, the 3 cards at the back end of this, I wanted to say, the 3 cards at the back end all have better versions. Derek Jeter has a better version collection-wise. We know with this card, definitely has a better one for the NL. This one is arguably better than the AL one, but it's okay. Why didn't they put this card as the NL one and then put the MVP one in here? Questions that must be answered. So they didn't do that. This program, I think, was the epitome of what's been wrong this year with fake 99s and just pack bundles. Speaking of pack bundles, does anyone actually do these? I somehow get these rewards passively because now they just switch to like missions and stuff. So I'll probably finish this one more than likely, but I don't care, to be frank with you. Because again, it's like at a certain point, I have to wonder, and you can comment this down below. When you look at these things, are you still excited for show packs? Like, I don't know how many people haven't finished the collections yet, because I like the market right now for like, I know Shohei's hurt, Trout's hurt, and a lot of guys have been hurt, so a lot of their prices have just drastically fallen. But it looks like across the board, everything's sort of fallen. Are there still people who are still like not done with collections? I'm genuinely curious where like these packs would be helpful for you. Like these random dive and duo packs, get rid of them. And oh boy, if you finish it all, kids, you get a 5-pack ballin' bundle. You excited? I am. So that's there. The Roberto Clemente program. This is what they need. I wholeheartedly. This one was better. Why? This again, this first, they could have just done this. Like, all right, first, hey, 5 points, 10 points, captain cards. Like, really? Are really? Again, I don't care about the sound. That can make that the 1 point reward. Like, hey, you get a sound. Like, is anyone who's really excited for the fly ball icon and all that? Captain cards were kind of moving a group. One thing I did like, and I think I said this in my original video, this optional one I liked. It was Hall of Fame. I saw somebody else say, it's really nice that they're giving players with, that high skilled players a chance to do something. Throw that nonsense out the window. I don't care if you're like the worst player on the planet or the best player on the planet with this game. Things like this that will push you that extra step will do it. I did it. You see the check mark? I did it. It took me a little bit, but you can do it. It's not like that stupid one in the Extreme program where it's a 99 John Smoltz. This one was like a bronze. Like, you can do it. They're doable. So that notion of like the better players have something that's up to their level, throw that bullshit out the window. That has nothing to do with it. I like the idea of just giving something that's a little bit challenging that gives you more game, because now there's 10 points there that you're not going to necessarily have to worry about later on. So that was good. Throw this in every program from here on out. I think it's great. I don't care if it's Hall of Fame or Legend. If it's a home run, you'll run into one. Plus, it gives you that little taste of something a little bit higher that you might not get to. But again, that notion of, well, it helps the better. Well, shut the hell up. Get out of here with that nonsense. So that's that. In terms of this stuff, again, I'm so far behind. I'm just so out of it. I could care less with this stuff. You can do this playing online and all that stuff. And whatever. It is what it is. Truthfully, these stuff, all these missions and stuff, it is what it is. It's been the whole time. I kind of think it's stupid, but I don't think it's stupid for the same reasons some people do. The biggest complaint I've kind of seen is these missions being sort of offline. I put that in quotes here. Offline friendly, or mainly offline, which flat out isn't necessarily true. The only thing that's offline friendly is that it's way easier to get this stuff done in a couple of games against the computer on Rookie than it is anywhere else. Why? You can just lay it on them. That's it. You can do this, in Diamond Dynasty, in the actual ranked and in events and stuff. You absolutely can, but do people want to? Maybe not. Like, do you want, truth be told, do you really want to take this Jose Barrios into ranked? Probably not. Probably not. But ultimately, the biggest thing I would get rid of, if we go back to the drawing board, get rid of Showdown, get rid of Conquest. Put PXP in there. Why? Look, I'm going to be frank here with you guys. The biggest thing to do for Conquest is rewards, right? It's the packs, the hidden packs and stuff. These are the ones that are listed. You get 1 Diamond Duos bundle. Yippee skippy. You get 3 Diamond Duo packs. You're probably going to get a silver. Yay. We're all excited, aren't we? You get a ball in his habit pack. Again, we're in September. Another ball in his habit pack. Woo. Look at that. Another ball in his habit pack. You get 3 of them this time. Look, you go from 1 to 3. Aren't they the nicest little kids on the playground? Look, another one. Look, 3 more. I think I'll say 1. You do get a Diamond Geo Choice Pack 36. Now, when this ultimately comes out, these cards are very expensive. Heck, I just showed you what the last ones were. I think they're about the same price. They're all going to be around there. But ultimately, you get this. It's better than nothing. Is it worth your time? Well, that's up to you. And you get 20 points for it. Woo! Are you excited? Because I sure am. You get 20 points for it, I want to say, right? Or 15. You get 15 points and then 20 for the 20 for the conquest. So you'd be at, if I finished it now, I'd be at 60 to the Alkaline line. Woo! For the record, mind you, like with the 97th, this card needs more power. And stuff, but it's a free card, whatever. But that would give you that, and then you can go back and do the missions. Now, one thing I do want to say, and I might do a whole video on this because I think this topic needs a little bit more. And I want to talk about this. I didn't notice this when I made my initial video, but the captain skill goes for Puerto Rico players or pitchers to win the Roberto Clemente Award. Now, I don't see them kind of doing more like Roberto Clemente packs, but Puerto Rico is interesting. I really like the dual captain skill. I've talked about this before, and again, I think I'm going to make a bigger video talking about the improvement of captain cards using gacha games as kind of a path, but not really. It's just more so to collect it, like to put everything into perspective. Because one of the things I think the show didn't really implement that I wish they could have or did more of was utilizing the big theme for that set or season. Now, ultimately, what's the big one for this week for set 4? Well, it's Snapshot series for the most part, right? So why wasn't there at the beginning of this? I don't know. Let's say where this pack is at level 10. Why wasn't there a captain pack that boosted Snapshot cards? Now, I know they have the Team Affinity one that kind of does it. Heck, the Team Affinity really should have been, truth be told, that Team Affinity, this Team Affinity one right here. Let's go to Team Affinity. The first Team Affinity for set 4 here, argumentatively, both of these cards should boost pitchers from Team Affinity programs and Snapshot, because that's what this theme is. Now, for the most part, the majority of them are in Team Affinity, but why not the reward path? Why not the cards you're going to get on the way? Why not those cards? Like, I know it makes it more variety, but these only cover the Team Affinity stuff. Why not just Snapshot? That would make this Tom Hankey that more viable, because I don't think anyone's really going to jump in with this guy, but it would make him more viable. Same thing with the Jazz card, Team Affinity and Snapshot. Boom. Then you got a team. Then you can build around that team with the cards you're gonna get for free. You get a few 99s there. I mean, the same thing here with the cards here. Really, Freddie Freeman should have been All-Star Series in Team Affinity. I mean, Spencer Strider, Team Affinity, and All-Star. That's really what they should have been doing from the get-go. Is what these captain cards is switching them up, because the biggest thing they can do going forward, honestly, with these captain cards, if they bring them back next year, and if they somehow listen or see this, the biggest thing I would honestly do, and is this, is, like I said, take it from gacha games. And like I said, I'm probably gonna do a video on this just to go a little bit more in depth with leader skills. Is ultimately, if we're going to go into an era with different cards, like there's 2 Matt Chapmans that are going to be high 90s, then make it work in a scenario that benefits whatever that card is giving you, right? Like, to be fair, there's no reason why this league only has 3 quirks. But really, if there's no incognito captain from set 2. Like, the biggest the biggest improvement, all captain cards are core cards, and 2, there's captain's cards for each series that boost something that those cards were missing. It would, 1, extend the life of these cards, extend the life of the captain stuff, and it would just sort of like, the best way I can put it is it would still make teams worth it, because right now they have it on stats like durability for Cal Ripken. Looking at it as a whole, why aren't there just series cards for him, like Captain Incognito, a Captain Kaiju, a Captain All-Star, a Captain, I can't think of another series, like awards. Like, there should be captain cards for all these instead of eras, height, positions, and stats. Like, to me, that's not exciting. But being able to use series, or heck, you want to really make it fun, have a captain card that only boosts 95 to 97. Or a card that only boosts 99s. When they first started, the one card that I was very, very excited for was the Derek Jeter captain card, which was the captain of the captains. Why? Because it made captain cards viable, that you could throw in all these captains, because at the beginning they had a bunch of them that you were like, yeah, let's give it a shot. They were new, and then it fell off. Now I'm talking about captain cards and not programs, but I just want to coincide and say, what happened? Like, there was potential there to do it. Like, why isn't there a Future Stars captain card? Actually, no, there is one, but it was in this stupid program that took forever to get, and this stupid program, and it wasn't at the beginning, it was in the middle. These for Michael Kopech and Kyle Tucker, and you can't use them now. Make all the captain's card cards, get rid of this junk stuff here, just put the cards you want, put all these cards in there, and just let them go, because it's like it's so unfortunate now that we reached the time when it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I love the game. I think MLB The Show is a fun game. The problem is when they try to do sometimes too many things, they can't just adjust on the fly. And like I said, I think the biggest thing they need, the 2 biggest things for one programs, is to get rid of this junk, get rid of the packs, like these stupid specialty packs, make captains more viable, make captain core cards, and just I don't describe it. Like I said, I might do a deeper dive video on it and using like the gotcha game I play Dokkan with leader skills and all that stuff, and just being like, this is how you do it. Like, make it unique. Why isn't there a chase for 98 captain card? Why isn't there an awards captain card? I keep thinking like these cards are coming, but all the captain cards we've really gotten is, I jumped to the market to wrap up this video. It's going on 20 minutes, and I didn't want it to go 20 minutes. That's my fault, because I start talking. Oh my God, we're going over. But if we're looking at the captain cards here that they have released, like, look at some of this stuff. Like, Pedro's is pictures from the 90s. Sammy Sosa is hitters that have 50 more home runs in one season. Vlad Guerrero, hitters with 70% or plate discipline. Salvador Perez was Venezuela-born hitters. Like that, like Venezuela-born hitters. Hey, I'm all for it. That's great. Babe Ruth, I think, was players for the 50s. But why these all should be core cards? They should be sets. It's like, remember the shooting rounds cards was like shortstop, this primary, second position. That's a pretty good leader skill for the most part. That's a great leader skill. That Cal Ripken, which was durability, I want to say, hitters with 99 base durability. He was going for an insane amount, but he's set 2. He's now done. When you're the biggest gripe I'd have with, like I said, I'm going to go into more depth, but the biggest gripe I have is that I think these should all be considered core cards or have captain cards excluded. Why? Because no game that has leader skills or captain cards or something like that has it where it's like they turn over. If they do turn over, they just get replaced. Like in Dokkan, they had like 150, like 150% leads and 170 leads. Now we're on 200% leads. Increase it as it goes. Like the captain of the captain boost, they haven't had it since set 1. It was 92. Why not make a 95 Jeter and be like, hey, here's the new captain of the captain's card and all this stuff. But like, and plus, we haven't had any captain since set 2. Is that right? That's set 2. So we've gone 2 sets fully without captain cards. That's insane. That's insane. Incredible. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. I could keep talking for days on this stuff. But ultimately, those were just a few of the thoughts. I had something in my beard. I saw it in the camera. But that's ultimately just a handful of the stuff that I want to bring up. Maybe I'll do a more in-depth Captain Cards thing, but I want to talk about programs. I wanted to at least get the thoughts started on Captains, because I think there's a lot of stuff in this game that works. I just think it needs a little fine-tuning. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Do programs need to be sort of revamped for how we're playing? Do Captain Cards need to be redone next year if they do it again? Because the idea, like I said, I think the idea is there. I just think they need to be a little more broad and more usable. Oh, truthfully. But again, we'll kind of see. We'll see what things. Let me know down below. All that being said, my name is Fex. I'll see you guys all in the next one.